Greetings, programs. It is I at 8:45 in the morning on the third day of February 2024 on a overcast Saturday morning here at Site B. It's Saturday, and last week I did this thing called Raid because I don't know what else to call it. I'm really not sure what to call this, but basically the idea was I stole the idea from VTubers like Iron Mouse, where you basically go to another person's channel, check it out, talk about it, maybe try and get them some subs, some support, let people know they're out there if they're not aware of them, and maybe in return that people might send some subs and support your way or not. Anyways, it's just a great way to show people, the other members of the tabletop role-playing game community out there, that I get inspiration from or talk about or communicate with or absolutely fucking hate. I mean, it really depends. So this week, first, we're going to take a look at Hank Runehammer, Drinking and Dragons, the man. If there is my Mount Rushmore of tabletop role-playing game YouTubers that inspired me to do this, and not, with my I don't give a fuck sort of comic, ridiculous way I do it, Hank. I mean, there's nothing bad I can say about Runehammer, about Hank. He's even taken time out of his day to respond to my emails on more than one occasion. This man is awesome. He deserves all your support. His dungeon design videos are just mind-blowing, and he makes you rethink everything. His creativity, the amount of stuff he's self-published is amazing. So, yeah, if you've never checked out Runehammer and his stuff, he also has some series of books that are pretty good. If you're into the grim, dark style, if you're into the very cinematic storytelling style, and if you're into the gear-centric style, these are all things that Hank has done talks about, and I've been watching him for at least 4 or 5 years. He's one of the very first gaming YouTubers I discovered when I decided to do this. So if you've never checked out Runehammer, head on over, check it out. You can look him up by just entering your search bar for YouTube, Runehammer, and he's got his own game that just came out, one of several. He is the creator, of course, of Index Card Role-Playing Game, the award-winning Index Card Role-Playing Game. He's got a new one called Crown and Skull that a lot of people are saying amazing things about, including people you never would have expected. So, yeah. All right, next up, we got another one. We got the Spider Monkey himself. I haven't talked to this guy in a while. It's Max and Legion of Myth, and Heathen Dong Senpai. I used to really be into these guys and, wanted to hang out with them and talk gaming with them. And I tried to be on their channel every week. But after a while, the direction they were going and the direction I wanted to go kind of went different ways. And I just sort of drifted in a different direction. It's not that I don't support them, and I don't think other things to support them. He's definitely one of the other people that got me into YouTubing. And in fact, I don't think I would be here if it wasn't for that one time Max had me come on his channel. And that was just, a series of weirdness. And then we engaged in each other. Then there was the imaginary dust up where we had with each other, where we were like spending 2 weeks, talking shit about each other out of fun. And people took it seriously. And people thought we were actually trying to hurt each other, and we were angry at each other. And Max and I are both like, no, we're just ribbing each other. We're just making fun of a comment somebody said, and then we're running with it. And just in case you don't know, Max is not actually a human being. He is a spider monkey that has convinced everybody he's a human being. But if you look very carefully, you can see the spider monkey behind the cardboard cutout that he uses on his videos. So there, I'll restart the non-existent feud with, So if you never had a chance to head on over to Legion Myth, these guys do a lot of stuff with Palladium. Like, they've had the Palladium creators on their channel talking about Palladium past, Palladium present, Palladium future. Every week they go through role-playing games and take them apart and look at all the mechanics, everything that's good about them, everything's bad about them. Did it an entire year last year, just Palladium, including, of course, my favorite Palladium title, Heroes Unlimited. And we got to hear some of the thoughts about the past, present, and future of Heroes Unlimited. So that was like, gold mine for me, because you know how much I love / hate Heroes Unlimited. I don't think a month goes by where I don't mention it in my, Mount Rushmore of superhero role-playing games. So if you've ever wanted to listen to a spider monkey yell for 4 hours about games and whatever, notice me, he's a Dog Senpai. Check out Max if you haven't yet. another individual who I regularly communicated with for a while. He and I even shared a YouTube. An iron. What do you call it? A Minecraft. I need caffeine. A Minecraft channel. His brother Hungar the Starvarian, as you know, has got some health issues. James is a very cool guy. He just does in total streams of him just painting videos, and people just like subscribe to watch him paint Warhammer videos and talk about that. He's deeply religious, and he has some said things that I don't agree with politically and stuff, which is why I've chosen to maybe not give him as much support as I should. But that doesn't mean I don't like the guy. I don't respect the guy. Just, his politics and mine are a little bit different. But whatever. Yeah, he's a great guy. If you've never had a chance to check him out or his brother out, head on over, give him some love, and maybe James will send some love my way. I miss playing Minecraft with this guy. So yeah, if you've never checked him out, and of course, anything I'm talking about, I've got links down below. So if you want to check these guys out. Another one is my good friend T-Shirted Historian. He's on twice a week, just doing general geeky stuff. He definitely needs some more subs, considering how much work he does and how much trash he gets involved in the controversy first. He's only got 872 subs. So you would think by now he'd have 1,000 because he does 2 a week. He got an hour. He gets guest stars. I've even been on once. He keeps saying I should be on more, but then he forgets to tell me when he's broadcasting. And since we're on, different time zones, I always miss it. And then I come on, and then he's like, I invite you. And I'm like, yeah, you need to tell me ahead of time. But whatever, his stuff's great. And he talks about anime. He talks about collectibles. He talks about models. He talks about movies. He talks about video games. He's not just centric on one thing. And he is an actual historian. So that gives him a very interesting insight to the past, present, future. And he does have his own trolls. And there's definitely a lot of, we are definitely in the same end of the tabletop role-playing game multiverse in regards to how we think about things, how we address things, how we deal with these things. That's stuff we'd really rather talk about. He has Jim on all the time. He has Harmony Ginger on all the time. He has a lot of other great people on the time who are all cool and who all need some more love on their channel. So if you got a free minute, check on over. He's on every Saturday. He'll be on Saturday today with This Week in Geek. It's scheduled to upcome at 2 p.m. his time. And of course, he's going to be talking about the Grim Jim thing, the non-selling of Hasbro thing, and the passing of Carl Weathers. And then, he'll probably talk... him and his panel might talk about a video game, might talk about the new Super Sentai. You don't know. He has a great insight, and he usually has some great guests, and they all look like they're having fun and they're very engaged. So if you're just looking for a more laid back take on gaming and general otaku fandom geekiness, check this guy out and give him some love. Maybe he'll give me some love in return. We got another one I want to give you guys a little shout out to, and he's relatively new. His stuff is really good. He is referred to as Driving in Dragons. He records all his stuff while he's out in the car. Now, I know there's another person who does that, but this guy is different in that, one, he doesn't aim the camera at him. He aims the camera at the outside, which is 100 times better. You know how much what I think about the people who record while they're in the car. It's dangerous. Stop talking to the camera while you're driving your car. You're going to hurt somebody. This guy points the camera outside, so you're seeing where he's going, which means you also kind of get a general idea of where he lives. And every couple days he posts, he talks about topics. He goes in depth in topics. He has a very well-rounded, insightful look at things. He researches things really well, so he always sounds like he knows what he's talking about, as opposed to me, where I just pontificate and go off the top of my head and then later backtrack if I make a mistake. There's definitely several times he and I have agreed with each other. Several times he has called me out on things. But yeah, this guy's great. He's only got 70 subs. Let's help him get to 1,000. He's out there driving his car every day, doing his little thing out in the middle of nowhere. And unlike all the other people who do the driving and videotaping thing, he points the camera away from him. So he's not paying attention to the camera. He's paying attention to the road, which, as far as I'm concerned, gives him plus 1,000 points. Because, you know, I worry whenever I see anybody doing the driving and YouTubing, Scott or whoever. I'm like, dude, fuck, watch the road. You're going to get an accident. Watch the road. But this guy turns the camera away. 100 plus 100 points. So yeah, if you haven't had a chance to check him out, head on over. Let's raid him, as they say. And again, of course, whenever I talk about these channels, the link is in the description. So if you've never had a chance to check them out, let me know. And if you don't see the link, let me know. And finally, we got another guy. This guy's been around for a while. He shows up every now and then. His stuff is hilarious. His videos are funny. His on-screen persona is funny. He took time out to show me how to self-publish on Amazon for tabletop role-playing game PDFs, which he didn't have to. He's interesting. He's smart. He's funny. His videos are hilarious. His games that he makes are unbelievably creative. He is well respected. So if you've never had a chance to check out King Waspinator over at Total Party Kills, despite the amount of time this guy has been on, he's only got 1,402 subscribers. So, you know, I think he deserves more. And he's funny. I love the way he thinks. I love his videos. I think he's great, you know, insightful, educated, the creativity he shows, and, you know, whatever. And he tries to avoid the politics as much as possible. And when he does get involved with the politics, he's one of the few that I'm like, yeah, I get it now. This guy is, you know, this guy's coming from someplace. So yeah, if you've never had a chance to check out King Waspinator and Total Party Skills, check it out. Again, links down below. And finally, let's give credit where credit is due to Satan herself. If you do not know where I got the idea for raids, where I got this idea from, not that she needs any love or support, because she's got 1.07 million subscribers on her YouTube alone. And of course, it is the queen herself, Iron Mouse, the biggest VTuber, the most popular VTuber, the most well-known VTuber. She's just got a Guinness World's Record. I know people shit on Mouse a lot and think VTubing is dumb, but everything about this woman is just amazing. How she pulled herself out of a severe health crisis, started this little VTubing thing when nobody really knew what VTubing was. And she was just like, I just want somebody to talk to. And she went from, you know, the sick woman lying in bed with this unbelievably horrible disease wrecking her body to the queen of VTubing. She's been able to buy a house for her family and support her sister and pay for all the medical things that she needs to pay for and all her various health issues, all through just sitting around and talking to people every day and playing games and remaining a bright, positive light in the darkness that is the world. So if you've never had a chance to check out Mouse and you're on the fence about the legitimacy or the ridiculousness of VTubing, I would always, you know, I would start with her. There's plenty of other VTubers I'm fans of, but she was first. I think she's amazing. She's definitely one of my heroes. So, and this is where I got the idea from, because she does these things. She goes to other people's channels and takes her subscribers to other people's channels in these raids. And she says, hey, help this guy out, help this girl out, check out her stuff. And then, you know, some of those people will subscribe to that person's channel. And then in return, maybe they'll go to another person's channel and so on. So Mouse, if you're watching, I could use a raid, you know, if you want to send some love to my YouTube, but if not, yeah. So that's where I got the idea for this from. This is the second week in a row I've done this. If you want to see me continue to do this every Saturday, let me know. If you think this is a dumb waste of time, Let me know. If you haven't had a chance to subscribe yet, please subscribe. Help me hit 2,000 subs by August. Till next time, I am the Grinch that stole role-playing, the OGGM, your favorite idiot who has no skin in the game. Tell me your tales of woe, OGGM. See ya. Stay safe out there.